Coach, playoff fever has come to upstate New York, and there's a look at New Era Field in Orchard Park. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl, and it'll be a great one between the Cleveland Browns and the Buffalo Bills. For a berth in Super Bowl 53, away we go. The 2019 AFC Championship game is underway. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The first carry now. This is Johnson.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Gone!
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone!
Now a play fake here on first down. Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it, no one got it. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Detroit! Slam!
On 2nd down, Mayfield again. He spins free to the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Steps away to his left. Smith catches left side. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they had planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Well, there was a trust factor in that call, turning and handing it to the big man in the backfield, trying to pick up the first down. But how about the defense? They were ready for him, and they were able to stop him.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Gone!
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. Powering his way forward. Carlos Hyde, see you later. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. It's first and goal, a chance for the first points of this AFC title bout. They'll go with a keeper. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. He's going to get it running right. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's third and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. They're turned away on fourth and goal. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand.
Lucky 56.
Back around his goal line. Here's Allen. And his first look is incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Gone!
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Buying time to his left. Open man is stored. It's complete. And he's going to get this up to the 24-yard line. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park.
Detroit!
First carry for Chris Ivory. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Allen now on first down. Left side here, caught by Clay. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Bills' passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide it. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They go back to the ground attack here. It's Ivory. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
They go play action here on first down. Escaping the pressure right, and it's incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. On second down, it's McCoy. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So as they take it over, we step aside. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. The rookie picked off the rookie.
And guess what? They're pretty familiar with each other. It's not like when I was growing up and the dinosaurs were roaming the earth and you heard about a guy somewhere. Now they run into each other at camps, going through high school ball, recruiting, college games, all-star games, you name it. A lot more familiarity with each other.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Man to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
He's going to float this one deep right side. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They go play action. Mayfield. Dancing to his under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. Mayfield off the play fake. And that's caught by Smith. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. That's complete over the middle to Callaway. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Shaq Lawson in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. 2nd catch of this AFC title game, and he's got a first down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And there on the tackle, Shaq Lawson. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Lucky 56.
From the gun, Mayfield. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he's able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Calling a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. And he is in for the touchdown. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive, and now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now out come the Bills. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Looking downfield for... He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
A first down carry here for Johnson. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Detroit!
Play fake. Mayfield nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And an alley to run. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Patriot! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone! Leopard!
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily, you're right, but he did there. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard carry. It does put him just a few yards short of the goal line, but 4th down coming up.
Here comes the boom! I see you, boy! I see you!
Now to try the field goal, here's Daniel Carlson. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Carlson able to put this one through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. I got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice?
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner, forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They hand off to their big tight end. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. The Browns on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Mayfield to throw it, being chased out left. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. The kick by Carlson is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So they get the 3, increase their lead to close out the half.
Excellent way to end a drive. Go into the locker room with a little bit of extra momentum after adding 3 to their total.
Gets by him, and now a little daylight. So, yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Allen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because it nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
On play action, Allen. Now he's flushed out right. He may try and run for this. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the 1st down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play putting his body on the line to pick up a key 1st down.
Got a man, that's Allison. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has a slide and 5 open space to throw.
LaShawn McCoy off to the races. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. And the Bills draw a bit closer. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. On 1st and 10, Mayfield eluding the pressure right. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 64 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
And there's the pickup you want on first down. All offenses say, you get me.
And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Carlos Hyde, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Well, it was 2nd and goal. You're in there close. That's the fullback's comfort zone.
Not only is it his comfort zone, it's an expectation. That's what he's supposed to do. Turn and hand it to him. Big guys fire out. Find your way into the end zone.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bills getting set to go. They'll try and get the running game going with McCoy. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Throwing now is Allen. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down.
Let's face it, if you love football, you love the contact we just saw there. He really lowered the boom on him, but how about him holding on to the football? I can tell he's an ex-DB. That's discouraging to you to have that type of a hit, yet he still holds on to the ball and gets a first down.
On those crossing routes, so as a receiver, you always know that's a possibility.
It has to be in the back of your mind, but it can't be primary. And for him, that was a clear example. He made sure he focused on the catch, took the hit, and what do they always say? It's worth it if you make the catch and get the first down.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. To throw, it's Allen. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Detroit!
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's when the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
Gun! Here we go now. 3-19.
From the gun, it's Allen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off down at the 2. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
Partner, if we've heard it once, we've heard it 1,000 times. Don't throw late down the middle.
And he did. We see the end result.
Yeah, what you have to do is you've got to make sure you manipulate those defenders with your eyes and your head, maybe even some body movement to move them a little if you're going to come back late down the middle.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Second catch of this AFC title game, and he's got a first down. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. Now a second down throw for Mayfield. Looking left side of him, he's got a man. That's Smith. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play on who you think's going to get the ball and where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it, and on that play he did. So you've got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong.
And there is nothing easy about being a kicker on a day like this.
Yeah, I tell you, not only is the footing tough in the snow, but kicking that ball is like kicking a rock. Very difficult to get any sort of feel on your kicks.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 46.
All right, here we go. Blue,
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throw left side is taken in by Stewart. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. A give to McCoy. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Here's Allen to throw it. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Detroit! Detroit! Hot! Hot!
Now Allen, got to have this one. Throw left side complete. It's Stewart. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. And incomplete on the deep ball. Geronimo Allison the target there. And now it's second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now Allen. Complete to Stewart, right side. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Leopard!
They'll go with McCoy. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down.
Here we go! Detroit!
Throwing on first down is Allen. And he's got this one complete to Stewart. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They go back to the ground with McCoy. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. The stop was made by Jannard Avery.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Well, when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Well, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Johnson finding some room at midfield. And he gets this one to midfield before he... Brought down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Right back to him on first down. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Same result as last play, 14 yards and another first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it
or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Charles, defensively, one timeout left. Do you use it here, or do you let it roll to the 2-minute warning?
I would use it here because you're going to get the 2-minute warning stoppage as well, and then that means you have to snap the ball again. Something could happen. Something could go awry. You could get the ball back. I wouldn't let it run.
Time for a break. Back to wrap up the AFC Championship game after this. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. On 2nd down, Johnson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Hurry up, here we go.
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now to try the field goal, here's Daniel Carlson. This to make it a 3-score game late. And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
No. Check. Patriots.
They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They'll try and run for it with McCoy. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.